Hello everyone, this is going to be the recording on present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. The fourth and last type under present category. Let us have a look at the usage or what kinds of present action, what kind of a present action can be referred using or denoted using this tense. That's the first thing we have to look at. That's the usage of this tense to denote an action that started at a definite point of time in the past and is going on at the time of speaking. This is the usage. See that? An action that started at a definite point of time in the past but is going on at the time of speaking. Means now this is 2021. Just think about an action that started in 2015 and still it is going on. So that to talk about such actions, to mention or to denote such actions, it's better and preferable that you have a tense form that gets you clear-cut idea about the duration or the starting time, the point of starting the action, time period of starting the action. So we have present perfect continuous tense. Otherwise, we would have been fine with the present continuous tense, ongoing action, to refer an ongoing action. But this has a difference. The actions denoted using this or actions that can be denoted using this are somewhat different. They have its own, they have the difference of its starting point to be not in the recent time, in the past, in the present, but in the past definite point itself. That's why I mentioned about the years, like 2015. You know, it's a definitely it's a past definite point. And we will when we have a look at the examples for this, we will get more clear picture. Before that, let us have idea about helping verbs. Next main thing we have to know about the tense or any tense form is the verb forms, helping verbs available. Helping verbs available in this tense. They are has been and have been. Those are has been and have been. So the same rule, that is has been, should be used with all the singular subjects except I. I as a subject is getting a special mention here with the have been should be used with all the plural subjects and with the subject I. I have been, they have been, you have been, we have been, she has been, singular subject. He has been, Rita has been, Neetu has been, we have been. So this is the way we can choose between these two available helping verbs as usual. So if you can remember the helping verb, you say helping verb suitability of the helping verbs with the present perfect tense. Definitely this is very simple, because been, you are adding been with this has, have forms. Has been, have been. That's all. And being a continuous tense, the main verb that is suiting with this particular tense is obviously ing. Singing, running, thinking, talking, teaching, listening. There is no confusion regarding that. Now, see the basic way of constructing the sentence, and then we will have a look at the lively examples. I will try to get more lively examples. Before, let us have the building basic sentence types, right? Sentence formation using this tense. She has been singing a song. Just to have a look at the formation. mode of formation, we avoid giving more emphasis or more elaboration in the form of giving time period, duration details. But still, you can see here she has been. Why it is has been? She is a singular subject. So every time singular subjects except I take has been as the helping verb. Singing. Why it is singing? It's verb plus ing is the rule. Verb form, basic form, V1 form of the verb plus ing. Then object, if you want to add an object, you can. Otherwise also, you can form a sentence in this. She has been singing. Then with the subject I, the same idea, how can you communicate? I have been singing a song because the rule tells so. I, except I, with all these singular subjects, it has been. But with all plural subjects and the subject I, it should be have been. I have been singing a song. That means the singing, the action started even not just before the time of speaking, but at a definite point of time in the past, and the action is still going on. It is not ended. It is not perfected, but it is still going on. But the beginning of the action, starting point of this action is in the past only. Then only you can refer such an action using the rule of present perfect continuous tense. Then they have been singing a song. They as a plural subject takes have been as the suitable helping verb, then ing form of the verb and an object if you want. That's all. So this is the three basic formation with the singular subject, then subject I and with another plural subject. Okay. Now you see here, since and for, for, since and for can be used to denote the duration of the actions mentioned. This is a special provision because we are referring to exact time period or duration of the actions under reference. He has been teaching a theory for 2 hours. What does it mean? He, singular subject, has been, suitable helping verb with a singular subject, has been teaching, teach plus ing, v1 is v1 plus ing form because it's a continuous tense action, has been teaching a theory for 2 hours. That means he has been teaching for 2 hours, means it started in the past point of time and still the action is going on. Another example. I have been reading this novel since December 2015. Such reading habits, reading practice or reading to refer about reading. Definitely we do not often finish off novels. Some people do finish off, but some people take more time in finishing off, especially in the case of novels and such longer narratives. I have been reading this novel since December 2015. Very lazy reader maybe. December 2015, you can understand it to be a past definite point. So when a person says so, you have to know, you have to keep in mind this action, this reading, that action is still going on in February 2021, the present time, and I am recording this video. Then another example, I would like to talk about me. I have been teaching in Jamia since July 2015. You know, it's a past definite point. The month and year in which I got appointed in Jamia Hamdard Kanur campus. So when I mention such an action, teaching is the action that I perform. I have been teaching in Jamia since. Since means the exact time period, the point of time in the past where the action begins. For 2 hours means the duration. Still you can locate, you can easily locate the point of time where the action, at which the action starts or started. Here about me, if I have been teaching in Jamia since 2015. Why this tense is suitable to mention that action? Because I started teaching here in 2015, July 2015, and still in 2021, February 2021, I am continuing teaching here. If I change this subject position, I to be Ashwati have been teaching. If it's is it correct? No, I have been, but Ashwati has been. Ashwati is a singular subject, a name. But even though it's singular, one person you are referring, but have been is the suitable helping verb. If it is Ashwati or any other name, it is to be has been teaching in Jamia since July 2015. So when a person talks about or mentions such in such a way, you have to understand the action has a beginning in at a definite point of time in the past, but it is not finished. It's still going on in the present. That is the implication. That is the idea that is communicated properly well. Now, I have been learning for 5 years. You can say, you just count the number of years you have been or after getting admitted in the first institution for your education. So I have been learning not for 5 years. You have to you just count and say try to construct a sentence using this. That means I began learning in the past, but still in the present I am continuing the action. Then, just to try to formulate the question. Have I been learning for 5 years? Please note down, have I been? It's not have been I, but you are cutting that helping verb in between. You are placing the subject in between the two parts of the main verb. Sorry, helping verb. Have I been? It's never have been I. Please note down, it's very important to note down, have I been learning for 5 years? The same idea, you want to ask a question. If you want to ask a question about this possibility or action, you can form this question interrogation in this way. Then if you want to deny the possibility of such an action, I have not been learning for 5 years. I have not been learning for 5 years. You are denying the possibility. Think about a second standard child or first standard child. The child can say, I have not been learning for 5 years. So that is about denying. It's about the negation of a possibility. Declaration, but negative declaration. Okay. Then try to see that other construction, singular subject. She has been reading a novel. For adding more clarity, you can use since or for and add the exact time period. That's how you have to clarify the doubt regarding the need for such a tense division. Why it can't be present continuous tense? Why it is not enough? I am reading. I am teaching. But never you add the since for or the time period or the starting point of the action. But this gives more clear picture about such an action which has comparatively a longer duration. Of course, obviously these are continuing actions, but present continuous tense, more clarity if you want to give to the action and the duration or the starting point of the action, you can use this tense itself. So she has been reading a novel. Has she been reading a novel? Again, cutting the, splitting the helping verb in between, and you are placing the subject here. Has she been reading a novel? It's a rule. Please note down to it to be a rule. She has not been. She has not been. It's not she has. She has been not. It comes its own. When you become proficient, at least comfortable using this language, it comes its own. Because you know the way it suits to our construction. Like she has been not. No, it's not fitting. It's not. It feels like awkward. It's awkward. So she has not been reading a novel. Okay, it's fine to construct such a sentence. It comes its own automatically. Otherwise, it will be you feel like complaining why it is always. But how can we understand that? So this is the construction, the rule for constructing negative and interrogative sentences. For the sake of convenience, we always start from constructing and building the idea with a certain affirmative sentences, very basic affirmations. Yeah, she has been reading a novel. But how to construct, or we have to ask questions, we have to negate the possibility, deny the actions going on. So that also is needed. She has not been reading a novel. Next, with another, with a plural subject also you see here. They have been talking since morning. Means, maybe it is, you are talking about this in the evening, that is the action still going on. Think about lecturing, like think about a class where you are still talking on. Since morning you have been talking, you have been teaching. They have been talking since morning. Then you are asking question about that. Have they been talking since morning? Have they been talking since morning? The question regarding the same. No, they have not been talking since morning. Then also you have the same mode of cutting in between. They have not been. Have they been? Have they? The subject in between the splitting the main verbs. Okay. So that's all with this tense. Thank you so much for listening.